Hello everyone. So today I will explain very interesting topic like CSS selectors, and it is very common topic, as you know. Like if you don't know, so you will watch this video and then you can better understood what is CSS selector. So a CSS selector is a pattern used to select and style HTML elements. It tells the browser which elements the styles should apply to. So the CSS selector is a pattern used to select and style HTML elements. It tells the browser which element which elements the styles should apply to. So that is CSS selectors. So common type of CSS selectors. So first of all is change the text size. First of all is universal selector. Universal universal selector. So in that universal selector, select all element. Okay, in that you can select all element using star keyword. Star. Okay, and the type selector. Next is type. Type selector. So the type selector is select all elements of a given type tag. Okay, so given type tag example like p tag. Okay, and then next is class selector. Class selector, select all element with the specific class, that and the keyword is like dot. And the next is id selector. id selector. id selector is selects a single element with the specific id, and you can use like at a one time, like because like in that keyword is like hash. And the next is group selector. Selector. So group selector is selector 1 and selector 2, like applies the same styles to multiple selectors. Okay, I will explain in coding. And then next is descendant selector. Selector. So descendant selector is like also called ancestor descendant, and it is select an element inside another element. Okay, and then next is child selector. Child selector is like parent to child. You know about the parent to child? So the selector direct child element. And the next is attribute selector. So attribute selector is select element with a specific attribute. Okay, so now I will explain these all selectors in one coding example. I will delete this file and then yeah, so it is why it is not okay. I will make another index.html and then index.css. Why it is control plus I. Oh, index.html. It is same. Yeah, now it's coming. Yeah. So in that I will write one thing. Let's say I will link CSS file. Say index.css and then I need one div and then h11 and then h1 like text is welcome and after that p tag and the text is this is a highlighted paragraph and then next is ul and li, let's say item 1 and then let's say item 2 and then div, in the div let's say class and then I will give tag nested paragraph and then let's say input tag text. Okay, and the placeholder is like enter name. Enter name. Yeah, and then I will run this. Here I see the, I will run in browser. Where is the code? Here. Now I'm giving for in this div ID name and then class is container container and then h1 class is title and then p class is highlight and ul class is list and then div class is nested and then input type. Yeah, now I will write css. So in that I use universal selector. It is universal selector, so box sizing is like border box and next I used h1 tag, that is called type selector. Color is, let's say, dark blue, and then highlight. It is class selector, and then background color, let's say yellow, and then next is yellow, and then next is, it is class selector, and then id selector. Id is hash main, and then padding is 20 pixel, and then border is 2 pixel, 2 pixel solid black, 2 pixel solid black. Okay, and the next is h1 and p, that is group selector. Font family, let's say courier, and then container p. Container p. Container p, it's like margin bottom 10 pixel. Okay, and then ul li color green, and the next is input, which I already defined. Input type equal to text, and then border 2 pixel solid blue, and then padding is 5 pixel. Padding is 5 pixel. That's the output. See, it is coming. Okay, so what is happening here? First of all, I used all the selectors in this example. So in that, first I used universal selector, then second I used type selector, and third is class selector, fourth is id selector, and then group selector. It means it is like h1 and p also. It will apply in h1 and p, and then descendant selector, descent selector, and then child selector also, like ul and then li, and then it's last attribute selector. So that's all about this video. I hope you understood. If you have any doubts, you can comment down. If you like this video, so please share and subscribe. Thank you.